Hey guys, John Luxley here, back with our playthrough of Dungeon Siege 3. Legion Chapter House. Let me just check real fast, make sure we're on the right quest. Okay. And... You know, this music kind of reminds me of Endless Legend for some reason. It sounds really familiar. Oh, hello.
Off to Stonebridge, I hear? Before you depart, I have something I would discuss with you, if you're willing. The Lascanzi occupation depleted the town's stores. If we cannot replenish them soon, Raven's Rill may not survive the winter. I know the Legion has done a great deal for us already, but I fear I must ask your help again.
Okay, so this is where they ask us to open the Heroes Crypt. We got the 2 rings, so I was thinking about that earlier, and this is where it is.
I take it you have a plan.
Indeed. Raven's Rill sees few travelers these days, but I believe the Heroes Crypt could draw pilgrims from across Ebb, as it once did. With pilgrims would come merchants, and the town could fill its larders before the winter.
Tell me about this Heroes Crypt.
The Heroes Crypt is where the heroes of the Sect Resurgence were interred. It was considered a holy site, and pilgrims flocked to it. After the crypt was sealed, the pilgrims stopped coming. I believe that if we open it again, we can bring prosperity back to Raven's Rill.
So why was it sealed?
Why would a holy site be sealed in the first place?
I'm not entirely sure. It happened just before the fall of the Legion.
Why do you need the Legion's help?
The doors of the monument are sealed by Legion magic. They are impervious to any form of counter-magic or physical destruction. They can only be opened by the signet rings of the Legion families who commissioned its construction, the Montbarons and the Gundricks. I understand you found both signet rings already. The crypt should open for you now.
I'll do what I can.
Excellent. Look for the 2 large statues outside the monument. I'll fetch Grigori. We'll need a scribe to document this historic event.
Sounds good. So let's change our quest. Heroes of Old. And where? This way. Excuse me. Huh. You know, for some reason I thought there was going to be a chest right there, or something. But I guess not. I guess not. That's okay. All I can hear are Anjali's footsteps anyway. But this one's open. I'm yawning a lot. I want more coffee, but it's too close to bedtime. As in, you know, it's a few hours away, but drinking coffee before bed is not a good thing to do. Especially not if you have sleeping problems like I do. I saw this video about how the Switch's Joy-Cons, I guess, are failing. Anywhere from 30 to 50% fail after about a year, apparently. Which, I mean, that's not good. Alright, any gold stuff. So it, oh wow, is this all the stuff we have? Is all the stuff we're selling? Alright, well, we'll sell all this. But I didn't realize it was that bad for the Switch. I remember when it first came out, it had problems. Wow, that's a lot of stuff for him. But still, I wonder if it has to do with, like, Iwata dying. You know? Because he died and now all of a sudden Nintendo's having problems they never had before, like maybe they're cheaping out or something. Ultimately, you know, that'll damage the brand. Because, like, I always wait. I always have been a slow adopter. And, but now I'm just like, well, if Nintendo's releasing just as shoddy work as everybody else, then I'm definitely waiting. You know? Used to be able to rely on Nintendo products, and now it's like, no more. Now, apparently in America, they haven't announced, apparently they haven't, like, published that they're replacing all Joy-Cons regardless of warranty status. But if you are in America, that's something to be aware of. But it took, like, a class action lawsuit. Like, as soon as they got sued, they were like, oh, wait. You know, maybe we'll start replacing them free of charge.
Look out!
So, you know, that's... Well, there you go. So that's kind of, you know, bullcrap. But it's also not... It's also not unexpected. Just, oh, that was weird. Alright. Honestly, I like this. I'm gonna put another thing in here. And yeah, why not? And Anjali. We'll give her another spear. And... oh, crap! Did these open and I didn't notice? Well, there you go. Critical hits grant additional focus. Amount of focus increases with each rank. Whenever Anjali is healed, heals an additional 4%. Enters a combat fury after defeating opponents, increases damage dealt for 10 seconds. Oh, then absolutely this one. Crap, man. I don't think it's abilities. Oh, hey, that's pretty close, though. No, talents. Yeah, okay. Okay. Quick thinking, Reinhardt's agility contributes to his ability DPS by 10% per rank. That seems important. So your critical hit will, you know, stats will improve your special attack damage. Each time Reinhardt inflicts a critical hit, he recovers 2% per rank of his total power. And then each time Reinhardt dodges, he inflicts a modest slowing effect on enemies close to where he started his dodge. That, maybe. And this is just your power refills faster. This, I think, is probably huge. What about these? Drained enemies. So... charge and drain. Lose some hit points. Charge status to also inflict a short stun. And focus costs are reduced. These, all three, are huge. And rely on these a little bit. So that's interesting. Alright, well, we'll close this and move on. Still, the thing about the Joy-Cons, or Nintendo or whatever, that like hurts their brand. You know? I assume people care. Even if they don't care, it's like... man, you hear about that and you're just like, I don't know if I want to... maybe I'll wait.
Oh, forgive me. You startled me a bit. I'm afraid I was wrapped up in my studies of this magnificent edifice.
We actually saw him right next to the door, but I guess I got close enough to trigger the cutscene or whatever. Because I wasn't anywhere near the door.
Tell me about yourself. What brings you out here?
I'm a scholar with the Stonebridge Society of Antiquaries. My particular specialization is early Goblin Renaissance architecture. This structure is a truly remarkable example. Note the intricate cornice work and the marvelously subtle geometries of the roof.
Can you tell me anything about this building?
Why, this is the Heroes Crypt. Inside lie the champions who defeated the Sec 150 years ago. I've been studying its history for years. Sadly, I've never been able to do more than observe the exterior.
I recognize his voice from somewhere, but I don't know where. It's not, Is it Rowan Atkin Downs? Is that the guy that's been voicing Travis Touchdown and every other character in this game? It's not him. I don't think. It might be him. Who knows?
Why can't you get inside?
Ever since Jane Cassinda destroyed the Legion, the tomb has been sealed tight. I think it could still be open, but I have no idea how. Perhaps the old Legion knew. Some of them, anyway.
Tell me about the crypt's history.
The tomb was originally constructed for the First Lady Montbaron, remembered in popular folklore as the Farmer. As more of the heroes who defeated the sect passed on, they were interred here as well. The crypt became a site of pilgrimage for many. Visitors have reported all sorts of miracles. Good fortune, sicknesses healed, that sort of thing. But no one's been inside for 30 years.
I found a way into the crypt. I'm going to open the doors.
You did? You have? That's unbelievable! How did you do it? Where did you find it? Oh, never mind. That's not important right now. Could I go in with you? I've studied the exterior for so long. I'd like to get a look at some of the artifacts inside.
I don't remember. Either way, he's not going to come in with us. So I'll say yes.
You can come along, but be careful and stay close to me.
Wonderful! Let's get the doors open then.
And I see the name Maximilian, and for some reason I think Maximilian Dude. I don't know why. I just want to make sure there's no other treasure out here, and it looks like there's not. So let's go ahead and open the doors. That's awkward. I know how to do it. Use the 2 signet rings to open the gate of the Heroes Crypt. Well, that's weird. How do you do that? I'm kidding. I know how. I thought it would tell us.
I was under the impression you were going to open the crypt. Quickly, I'm shaking with anticipation.
You're supposed to use the rings and the statues. I thought it was going to tell us that, but maybe he expects you to just walk around and inspect everything. No, wait, it did tell us, didn't it? Odo said each ring to open the door. I don't remember. Okay, so a massive statue depicting a warrior looms above you. At its base, a large cylinder with strange runes is apparent. We will examine the cylinder. In the center of the cylinder, an empty socket is clearly visible. Upon further inspection, the carvings of a lion can be seen within the socket. It looks as if a small item, perhaps a coin or ring, would fit snugly into the small opening. Use the Montbaron signet ring. The ring begins to glow softly. A massive statue depicting a warrior looms above you. At its base, a large cylinder with strange runes is apparent. In the center of the cylinder, an empty socket is clearly visible. Upon further inspection, the carvings of a hawk can be seen within the socket. It looks as if a small item. Blah, blah, blah. You insert the signet ring. Ring begins to glow softly.
Oh my. That was quite something. On second thought, perhaps, perhaps you could go into the crypt yourself and return with some relics for me.
Sure, dude.
I'll see what I can find. What are you looking for?
Good. Yes, good. Much safer for all of us. I'd likely get you killed tagging along, and this way you won't get me killed either. I'm looking for 3 relics in particular. The Skull of Noric, the Staff of Merrick, and the Sword of Bollingar. If you find any of them, I will of course reward you handsomely. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must bring the good news to Lazar.
Which is interesting because I think they said it was going to be, yeah, just leave. You can't take the ring. They said Grigori or something like that. Alright, let's, find the ghost that haunts the crypt. Appears to be haunted by a ghostly presence. Find its source, remove it from the crypt. We're going to switch to this one because there's 3 things we need to find.
I hear something new in my halls. The sound of breath. The quiet footfalls of frightened flesh.
That voice. It's coming from somewhere below us.
Yeah, I mean, we're not frightened, though. Because I'll punch anything. If I see a ghost, I'll punch it. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Nintendo decides to do. And, I don't know. It took the threat of a lawsuit to get them to do anything. So, you know, I don't have much hope. But it was like that with the DS when they started doing, like, microtransactions on some games and stuff like that. And it's just, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, yeah, okay. This is what they're gonna do now. Bam! Stop punching me.
Die and be judged.
I will do that. There you go. See? Oh, Skeletal Champion, where are you? Boom. Oh, I'm using my electricity, not, Well, alright. And... there we go, there's a little trap. It is a little bit hard to see what's going on, I will freely admit. But... wasn't there something up here? Nope, I guess not. I thought we missed something for some reason. Anyway. Okay, Locus of Resilience, attack and block, And then belt. Yeah, no. Ember of Subdual, agility up, attack up, will down, chaos weakening. Yeah, okay. And staff resolve. How about no? How about no? Still, this is a nice little area. And, how's this lit? I always wonder that when you go into, like, you know, Skyrim, into a tomb that's been dark for hundreds of years and all the torches are lit. And not burnt out. They're like fresh torches. You're like, okay. Okay. Hey, they're friends. Oh, hey, that hurts. That's a lot of damage. Okay, silver bar. I'll take it. That little green thing disappeared. Okay. So, we have to find stuff that's locked. Skeletal champion. Okay, I'm just getting whacked. On the plus side, this thing seems to work pretty well. How do I know if my mastery is... like, is it gonna tell me?
You are finished.
Okay. See, but this has... like, this glows for mastery, but these don't. Oh, well, then again, maybe they don't have mastery yet. That would be the reason, I suppose. Right. It's not yet. Not yet. Soon. Soon, I hope. Alright. Can't open that door yet. Also soon. Punch pots. It's just such a video gamey thing to do. Not that I'm complaining, but it's just... like, you always destroy the pots. Well, come on. Come on, guys. There you go. Also, if you were curious, so to speak, I'm punching this dude, right? I sort of figured out what to do about the Monster Girl Island stuff. I say sort of because it's not... you know, I sort of... it's very inelegant. But the third episode has, you know, some scenes that are a little bit more explicit. By a little bit more, I mean, like, explicit. But, I was able to edit that those were, you know, suitable for most ages. And, not for kids YouTube, mind you, but for most. And, yeah, then I made a Pornhub account and uploaded the other, the, uncut ones. So that way people have multiple ways to see it, I suppose. But, it just looks... the edited ones, I mean, it's all... you can still see my reactions, but I basically had to cover up stuff, and it just feels really shitty. It feels cheesy, you know, to have to edit. I don't like it, but I don't have a choice. It's that or don't show it at all. So, anyway, there you go. That's a little bit of news, I guess. Soon after the crypt's construction, it was common for pilgrims to travel the road north, stopping to pay their respects to the heroes of the resurgence. Often these pilgrimages would be led by some of the surviving heroes, such as the Azanite sister Ulora and the dwarf Glorn. The Rill Road became known as the Pilgrims' Road, and a large number of pilgrims would commonly make accommodations in Raven's Rill. Oh, I see. would commonly make accommodations in Raven's Rill, enriching the local villagers. I thought they were gonna... It's a little written weird. I thought they were gonna, like, commonly make accommodations in Raven's Rill difficult, or something like that. Like, not that pilgrims would make accommodations, that the large number of pilgrims, like, the whole point is the large aspect. The large number of pilgrims would make accommodations in Raven's Rill much sought after, or something. You know, enriching the local villagers. Like, it feels like it's missing something there. As time passed and more of the original heroes died, their sarcophagi were added to the Hall of Heroes on the lowest level of the crypt. A special burial hall was carved into the rock at the far end of the Hall of Heroes to accommodate the Lady Montbarron herself. The last of the heroes was Glorin the Dwarf, who continued leading the yearly pilgrimages until his death in the year 1220. That's cool. And where did I come in? Not here. Let's see. This corpse isn't nearly as old as the others in the crypt. It clutches an old, tarnished key in one skeletal hand. That was the caretaker, and I guess he was sealed inside. Not great. Not great for him. This letter is old and written in a shaky hand. If you have found this now, or if you've found this, know that my name is Mihail, the groundskeeper of the Heroes Crypt. I've been trapped here with this ravening half-giant for many days. Dracomir is his name, and he came to the crypt to steal the relics that are buried within. He took me as a hostage and commanded me to lead him to the richest treasures. But in recent days, a change has come over him. Instead of fleeing with his gold, he stays on the lowest level of the crypt. He claims that he no longer wishes to leave, that he must protect the riches from those who would take them away. I can only assume that he's afflicted by the secret magic that guards this place. Now that the doors of the crypt have been sealed, perhaps the Legion intends to trap the half-giant in here until their battle with Jane Cassandra is won. But I think they will lose their war, and I shall never escape. I bear no grudge against the Legion. They could have not known that I was still alive. I write this only in the hope that you, the one reading this note, might remember old Mihail and pray for my soul. May Azunai bless you and keep you. So it's interesting, right, that they worship Azunai, which is the church that Jane Cassandra leads. Sort of. I mean, she's viewed as a saint, but, well, historically, churches have been, I don't know, they've always been corrupt, in my mind. You know, previously there were some of the more and most corrupt places, like, ever. They would do, you know, they'd have like a statue of Jesus or whatever, and you'd go in and the priest or whatever would be like, you know, oh, you donated. Did you donate enough? And the statue, there was like a lever in it that someone was hiding behind, like one of the other priests. And so he'd be like, Jesus, did this man donate enough? And they'd make the head shake no. And the peasant or whatever would be like, oh, don't worry, Jesus, I'll donate more. And it's like, Jesus, did he donate enough now? And then the guy shook his head yes. And he's like, oh, okay, thank you, Jesus. You know, it's like super just bad. Let's see. The Skull of Norik. A polished skull is displayed before you. An engraved plaque rests below it. Read the plaque. Let me take a drink first, though. Alright, Norik, a simple man from the western farmlands. He died aiding young Lady Montbarron, also known as the Farmer, during the initial stages of Sek resurgence. Without the help of brave Norik, Ebb's greatest hero may have never fulfilled her destiny. I didn't click, by the way, it just advanced, which is really annoying because you can't read it again. Like, there's no option to read the plaque again. Okay, Skull of Norik, one thing down. Let's save here, because it's, you know, been a minute.
You believe the skull's luck will save you. I shall enjoy flaying you.
Oh, don't flay me. To be fair, though, I wouldn't want to be flayed. I believe flay means to what is Flay? I can never remember if it's Flay or Flens. That is, like, to cut the skin off. I think Flens is like tiny strips, and Flay is like big sheets. So both are cutting skin off, usually while alive. And you can hit the thing. You can hit the chain, which is awesome. Oh, that hurts. Ow. Whoa, you. Alright, I'm hurt a little bit. It's the rhythm, the battle rhythm to this game is basically use all of your stuff, use all your special attacks, and then punch them or whatever until your focus refills, and then use more of your special attacks. And that's basically it. Problem is, I'm a little... My guy's a professor, you know? Okay, and there's a lot of dudes right there. And I can't tell... Okay, there we go. I was like, I can't tell if we're doing good or not. Or like if I'm hitting people or... A little weird. Just a little bit weird. Wait, what is... Oh, I see. I was like, I can go that way, and then there's stuff in the way, and I'm like, nope, no I can't. It was weird because I thought, like, looking on the map that we couldn't go that way, and it's like, no, I obviously can. I feel like I've... Yep, okay. I was like, I've seen this place before. Alright, I'm just gonna heal a little bit. Oh, that's her. Ouch. Ouch. But see, the only problem with that geometry of destruction is it makes, like, seeing where the enemies are really hard. Just, like, super hard. Ah. Yep. And more enemies. Danger. Yep. There they are. Punch.
Die and be judged.
Well, I don't want to. And see, I believe that's the, that effect is the Combat Fury or whatever it was. Oh, well, that's wasted. Skeletal Champion, maybe not. Maybe not, hang on. Oh, that's... Oh, ouch. Wow. Okay. You just punch this dude a bunch. Empowered ability unlocked, clockwork trap. There you go. So it kind of tells you. But I'm going to use the little healing thing. Because that actually does a fair amount still.
You cannot kill that which is dead, mortal. My warriors will hunt you until you fall, exhausted and weeping.
It's okay, I'll just eat the bones. You know? It's what you do. No, not really. I don't think so, but okay. Let's see. Nothing super great. How about Anjali? Ooh, hey, this looks good. Attack and will up. Yeah, we'll give her that. And boots of quickness, agility up, armor up. Yes. Absolutely. And then a swift bracer. I also love how it like tells you at the top there, it's like hit points are this, armor is this, just under these, like right below me now, attack DPS and then ability DPS. That's huge, because you can see it change. But another thing that's kind of interesting about like playing through Monster Girl Island Prologue is, so on the one hand, it is super terrifying. Not the game itself, but the fact that I worry about missing like some nudity or something and getting my whole channel killed. So that's, you know, a worry. But at the same time, you know, it's given me better editing skills, and honestly, I kind of like the game. I mean, I'm not talking about like the sex scenes and stuff. I mean, there's something really nice about it. Like, it just feels really, I don't know, the characters and stuff. There we go. Get him. Well. Did I miss any treasure or anything? There we go. So those are both mastered. Right, and then, oh hey, I can do these. I don't have to pick the mirror leap, I can just go straight to this one, huh? Perpetual momentum for 30 seconds. Reinhardt slowly recovers focus and is immune to stunning and slowing effects. That's pretty good. That's like the healing a little bit. Let's see. Unleashes a continuous torrent of energy on an enemy target for as long as the attack is held or until he runs out of focus. And creative destruction. Fires a conical blast for as long as the attack is held or until Reinhardt runs out of focus. Allies hit by the blast receive minor healing. You know what I don't understand is why this has one like thing around it. This has two, and this has three. That doesn't make... Oh, that's got to be the how many of those points are put in. Let's see. Empowered creative destruction causes increased damage and stuns all targets. Empowered delivers a stunning current of electricity on a single target until the ability is halted or Reinhardt is out of power. So it seems like this is one target and this is like area effect. Let's go with this one, I guess. Alright, tell me about Electrocute. Let's see, Electrocute ability causes additional splash damage to enemies near a chosen target. And Electrocute causes more damage per rank. Hmm. I don't know. Am I going to want to put more stuff into this? I mean, I think the length of effect is fine. This is a fairly decent single thing. Like, this is the lightning strike. That's kind of a standard, just a standard thing, you know, just shoot it. Does a bunch of damage. I don't know. I'll put in the lightning strike for now. And I'll do this. Alright. I'd forgotten about these. Each time he dodges, modest slowing effect, Inflicts a critical hit, recovers 2% per rank of his total power. That actually might be decent. Planning for the future anyway, because, you know, power is what you're going to use for your special things that you get from the DLC. And this will restore power. Critical hits will restore more power, which is handy. But it's not like Katarina. Katarina, like, will get a ton of them, and we don't get them that often, so I'll probably pass. And agility contributes to abilities. This is where I want to put all the points. So I'll say probably this would be good just because it does more damage. And her. Anjali leaps into the air and crashes down at the targeted location, dealing heavy damage to any affected enemies. This is what Rajani was doing. And Fire Pillar will also do the same thing. I will probably say Fire Pillar because she's using her ranged attacks a lot. And this is just another thing that she can do. Alright, tell me about Fire Pillar. Slows enemies and increases damage. We'll say this. Slow the enemies. Why not? And yes. Wait, what are these? 4 chance. Blah blah blah. Critical hits grant additional focus. He has an additional 4%. That's pretty good, but each rank increases damage dealt. So she's going to do a ton of damage. Okay. So now I see. So that was using my electric thing, but I mean, obviously it didn't do much. Alright, can't go this way. Alright.
Come, pilgrim. The bones of your heroes wait for you in these depths, and so do I.
Are you the bones? Are you my dad? Terrible jokes. Terrible jokes. Alright. This large crane was once used to lower heavy sarcophagi into the depths of the crypt. It no longer functions. That's a shame. Yep. Oh, notice that, like, he has his fist. And then, actually, he doesn't even have the fist on anymore. Now it's just this thing. But it's a different hand. So that's cool. That's a neat little detail, if I could remember the words that I'm supposed to say. Alright. Was there something over here? No. I saw something on the map, or at least I thought I saw something, but apparently not. Alright, Hall of
Heroes. Lady Montbaron had 14 companions, and they are all buried here.
And we are going to loot every single chest that we can and read all of the plaques. Here lies Nidi, a bowyer of Stonebridge, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Nidi's archery glove. Not for us. Here lies Glorn, a dwarf of the Glitter Delve Mine, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Obviously the ones that are broken we can't do anything with. Here lies Root, a dwarven mercenary and adventurer, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Here lies Lord Bollingar, a commander of the 10th Legion, bodyguard of King Conrad, and hero of the Sec Resurgence.
You should be honored, mortal. Soon your bones will join with those of the heroes who lie in repose here.
But I don't want that. Here lies Ulfgrim, a dwarven legionnaire and hero of the Sec Resurgence. Will Geordie be assimilated? Geordie must not be assimilated. Here lies Sikra, a witch of Lescanzi blood, hero of the Sec Resurgence. That was a great episode, by the way. Where they, Star Trek Next Generation, where they got one of the, Sikra's bodice. Was that Sikra? Oh yeah, witch of Lescanzi blood, hero of the Sec. Here lies Merrick, the longest-serving Grand Mage in the history of the Legion and hero of the Sec Resurgence. Grand Mage breeches and the staff. Well, let's put on his pants. Stamina, exchange that for will. Armor, exchange for momentum. And lose retribution. It's like they're almost not as good. But momentum must be a rare one, so we'll just take it. Plus they're gold. I think they're unique. Usually gold stuff has like a unique look. So we'll see. And Anjali hasn't gotten anything yet. But she will, I believe. So my pants don't actually look any different. Don't look at my butt. Don't look at it. No, but that Star Trek episode where they found the wounded Borg, and they sort of adopted it, kind of like, and then it basically realizes that it's like it doesn't want to be a Borg. That's pretty amazing. Here lies Zed, a mage and scholar of Stonebridge, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Zed's lucky shoes. Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. Stamina down, armor down, but warding is up. What is warding again? I don't remember. Next save point, I think we're gonna have to stop. Statistics. Warding grants your low hero a chance to stun enemies that attack them. Oh, okay, that's cool. Right. So you basically, if they hit you, they get stunned. Here lies Alora, a pious Asnite sister, first companion of Lady Montbaron, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Here lies Lorun, a dwarven mage of Glacern, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Here lies Rusk Ketzler, mercenary of Stonebridge and man of many trades, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Bourbon Blade of Rusk. Here lies Gjorn of Stonebridge, a veteran warrior and former legionnaire, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Here lies Phaedriel, an archer of renown, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Phaedriel's bracers. There you go. There's something for Anjali. And see, you can even tell by how it looks that it's different. a little bit. Agility and doom. Let's see if we kind of zoom in a little bit, except we can't. Well, it just looks different. You can kind of tell. I like how she wears like one sleeve. Like one armored thing. Here lies Boryev, a warrior of Leskanzi blood, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Yep. And then boss fight. Are we ready?
Pay your respect to the dead for whom you feel the chill.
Ouch. Remember the, ouch.
Witness the power of the grave.
Remember the half giant that got, like, something happened to it? Okay, so that does not great damage, to be honest. Ow, that hurts. That hurt a lot. Come on, Clockwork Trap, hit him. And if I can I? I can't. It's not enough. I need more power.
Do not feel shame falling before the eyes of your hero. It is inevitable.
Oh, hey, I think we're getting hit points, though. Or not hit points, experience for killing these guys. There she goes, she's using her abilities. Oh. Why can I not...
Feel the chill of death.
Like, I'm trying to use a freaking ability. See, that one it lets me use. Maybe I need more? I don't know. Like, I was trying to use the mastered Clockwork Trap, but it wasn't letting me do it, and I'm not quite sure why. Unless I need full focus also, but I feel like that's not right.
Rise, my soul. Rise and defend me.
Or don't. Okay. See, that worked. I thought. Maybe it needs to be locked on or something. Ouch. Oh, I'm stunned. Right, because now he's activating all his peeps. It's not running away anymore. Oh no. You were supposed to stay in the thing, man. Come on. Ow. But that knocked me.
Witness the power of the
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure how good that is.
Whoever that warrior was, his spirit is gone, and his curse has died with him.
That was that half giant that we learned from the learned about from the Gravekeeper. Quests. Lord Bollingar's sword. Not in the sarcophagi either. Here lies First Lady Montbaron, popularly known as the Farmer, first and greatest hero of the Sec Resurgence. You can see her body in there, which is kind of messed up. Vestments of life everlasting. There you go. Something good for Anjali. I keep saying Anjali, but I like Anjali. Let's see, stamina up, armor up a little bit, block down, which I don't care about, retribution, warding. So this is more in line with how her, like, character art looks. I think. Yep. But anyway, I mean, you know, something good about editing out the, or censoring or whatever the, you know, the Monster Girl Island thing is, you know, I'm enjoying it fine without the nudity and stuff. And so at least if I edit it out, maybe you guys can't play it or whatever, maybe you don't want to play it. But if you're still interested, at least this way, you can see it, and then if I'm making all kinds of crazy faces and stuff, or I'm super embarrassed, which I think I was during a couple points, then you can point and laugh, and that's cool. And as long as long as we're all getting something out of it, that's what's important. Alright, Lord Bollingar's shattered blade. A broken sword is displayed before you, an engraved plaque rests below it. Take a drink real fast, read the plaque after. Because last time we clicked read the plaque, it advanced itself. Lord Bollingar was a decorated legionnaire and hero of the Sec Resurgence. In 1154 PF, King Conrad signed the controversial Goblin Treaties. Lord Bollingar, a famous goblin fighter, was present for the ceremony. The event was concluded with Lord Bollingar, Conrad's most trusted friend and advisor, breaking his sword as a symbol of peace between the two races. Take the sword. So now I just have to give these back to Maximilian. Didn't we gain a level? Or maybe that was... I guess it's not important. We'll gain it if we didn't. If we didn't allocate our points and stuff, we'll do it whenever. Alright, I'm going to save here, and then we're going to stop. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. It's kind of funny because I saw someone, I don't know if they were necessarily complaining or just wistful, nostalgic, if you will, for the, you know, the good old days of YouTube where people posted videos that were like an average of you know, like 9 minutes long. They're like, it was kind of the old man, like, when I was your age, we had this and we liked it type thing. And I just kind of thought about that and chuckled, because all of my videos are about an hour, give or take, but it's not... I understand what his point was, or what one of them was, if I could properly talk. And, because a lot of his complaints had to do with, like, the money that was into it, and the ads and stuff, and, like, a lot of people make long videos just so they can put more ads into them. And, to be fair... maybe I watch different videos. I haven't really seen much of that, although I know it does happen. Like, I'm not even at the point where I can put ads on my videos. I just do an hour because it feels like a good gaming session for me. And I was gonna do half an hour, but that felt too short. And an hour is about... It just feels about right to me. I can sit down, I can play a little bit, and that's long enough to be satisfied. So, I don't know. I don't know when the time comes, if the time comes to be able to choose. I don't know what I'm going to do, because apparently if you are monetized, YouTube, I mean, assuming YouTube is still around by that point, YouTube promotes monetized videos more because they want to make money. So if you're not monetized, they won't promote your videos, right? So it's like, I don't want ads on my videos, but if the choice is put ads on them and get a broader reach, I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm nowhere near that, even having to make that choice yet, so it's fine. I can continue doing what I'm doing, which is what I want. I do what I find interesting. Man, that's the worst. The seeing people that are basically forced, like they've made this their career and they have to do this. You know? Like, to me, that would just kill. That would kill my joy of video games. Like, straight up. I do some stuff like that I don't... I'm not going to say that I don't really want to do, but there's occasions where I'll have to force myself to play to get through like a bad part or something. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad, because it's like, I might have just stopped. I might have just quit the game or whatever and been like, oh, it's too hard, like with this Dishonored stuff. But wanting to do it for the channel, you know, kind of forced me to get through it. And then I'm like, oh, it's fine. So there's pros and cons to each, but having to do it for work, like that would just be the worst. So I don't know. I mean, I thought about the money aspect, but it'll be like when I retire, so I can get like extra alcohol or food or whatever, you know, like not, like, no shit, my goal was like $300 a month. Like, oh, when I'm monetized, I want to get an extra $300 a month. That'll be nice. That'll help, you know, kind of offset some of the costs of food when I'm retired or whatever. And I heard one person mention, they're like, oh yeah, my goal for you know, this show, like per live stream, is like $400 a day. Like, that's the minimum. And I'm just like, my goals are way different. Way different. I guess a little more simple, perhaps. Just some beer and food and I'm happy. But then again, you know, my plan is not aligned with YouTube necessarily, so whatever. But yeah, no, I really do hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Any questions, comments, concerns, good, bad, and different, let me know. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, actually, it's I saw this, I think I've seen his videos before. A guy named Nerrel, Nerrel, just released a video on the, I don't even remember what it's called. Something about like the Mana collection or something. It was just released for the Switch. It's got the first 3 Secret of Mana games on it. The original one for the Game Boy, Secret of Mana itself, and then the sequel that was never released here in the US. And it was about a half-hour video, and it was his sort of review on it. But it wasn't on just that. It was like, talk about the whole series and kind of how Square Enix has basically been super lazy with their ports, just like quick cash grabs and stuff. And it was pretty interesting. And he has this really like deadpan tone and sense of humor that's kind of dry. And I thought it was really, really great. It was not like his tone was kind of monotone, but at the same time it wasn't monotone to where, like for me, I was more drawn in because of the tone rather than being put to sleep, if that makes any sense. Like some people are just like, okay, if you'll turn to page 3, we'll talk about this and this and that. And he was like, oh, today we're going to talk about Secret of Mana, but it fucking sucks and blah blah. I don't think he actually swore in the video. I'm just, putting that out there. But it was something where, even though it was kind of dry, you could really sense his passion. I have no idea if I'm making sense. I'm probably not, but that's okay. Regardless, Neryl, good video. I enjoyed it. So that's my unique positive moment for today. Hopefully your guys is just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.